Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Yep, we haven't talked about the NBA for a hot minute. You know, I thought I would touch on other subjects that were more important in life in general. You know, you kind of get tired of the whole NBA thing, because it's basically not even a real sports league. And we've talked about that before. And, YouTube really don't like my channel because I don't fall in line with the rest of the guys. They won't even tell you this, but maybe most people don't know it. But the NBA is not a real sports league. Okay, we've told you many times that, in my opinion, I don't think these guys get paid the money we've been told. Um, and we've talked about this before. Imagine you not meeting expectations at your job, and you keep getting raise after raise after raise, and you're the highest employee paid at your job, but you're not meeting the expectations of the job. Um, Again, nobody can explain to me why these guys have all these podcasts, have to sit at a desk and wear makeup when they retire, all this stuff. Am I saying they don't make millions? Yes, they make millions, but I don't think they're making the money we've been told. It's just like that, man. You got to start using common sense. I'm not going to dig too deep into that, but this is the stuff they have to do to keep a dying sports league alive, right? If your league is dying, how are you making record breaking contracts more than the guys in the past? Well, that's just how it is. You're always going to make more than people in the past. But I'm just saying they're making crazy amounts of money now that doesn't add up to the performance, doesn't add up to, the sales, the viewership. Nobody's watching this. It's getting to be like MLB, right? MLB in the NHL. They don't really have good TV viewership. Yes, they have core fans that go to the games and stuff like that, especially NHL. But I don't know. Maybe you can chalk that up to ESPN and stuff like that. You have sports leagues and you don't even promote them. You have these debate shows and you don't even promote MLB, or I don't think they have. Do they have NHL anymore? I know they had NHL for a long time, but they stopped promoting these leagues and they pretty much went down the drain. So the NBA is getting to that point. And now they're trying to groom this new guy, Bronny, to be the new entertainment face, right? LeBron, he was groomed to be the entertainment face. He didn't become an all-time winner with the elite winners, right? The all-time, skill guys at their positions. LeBron didn't become that, right? So he just became the entertainment. That's all he is, entertainment. He can't be entertainment in a winner in a skill guy. So these guys got to go around now and do this dumb stuff, right? They got to diss their own league. They got to say stupid stuff just to sell this league because it has nothing to stand on. Nobody wants to watch it, right? You see who's doing all this, right? The American players, right? The European players or the international players in general, they're not dissing past greats. They're not dissing the league in the past. It's the American players, right? Which makes it seem even more dumb, right? If your league is getting taken over, if American league is getting taken over by international players who can't even sell the league because, I don't know, it's just been like that. I mean, American people, American fans, we just grasp onto American stars in that sport. So now you have American stars dissing their own league just so people will, talk about it. And that's what this whole thing is about. It's a dying product. So the only way we can get people to even talk about this thing is to do the most ridiculous thing you ever heard. Diss past eras and diss past great players. It's the most ridiculous thing whoever will come up with this. How are we going to get this thing not to collapse into MLB status? Oh, well, this other past greats and other past legends in other past eras. It's just the most insane thing you wouldn't even think could happen if he was back maybe like 20 years ago in the 90s or 80s. You just wouldn't even think nothing like that, right? So, in this video, we're going to just talk about a lot of things that's been going on in the NBA Because like I told you, I like to talk about other things that are actually real, that are actually history in life besides a fake league. Because this is what this is. It's a fake scripted league. And I'm starting to think that the NFL is getting like that too. All of a sudden, we got legal gambling. These games aren't looking right this year. I'm sorry, it's not looking good. It's looking more scripted. Woof. That's a whole different video. I tell you, man. So we're going to talk about this Anthony Carl Towns trade in what that was all in Julius Randle. I'm going to tell you what that was really all about. You already know me. The way I talk, I see stuff like, straight and clear. It's not talking around the truth or, making up stuff. This is what I see. So you see that Draymond Green claims that all these teams were making all these trades, getting all these good players and doing all this in the offseason just so they can beat LeBron and his son. Really? This is the dumb stuff that will keep the NBA people talking about it, for him to say something this dumb. These are guys with supposedly tens of millions of dollars, and they would say something this dumb. LeBron James, 40 years old. We already talked about it. No skills, really. No ball handling skills. Poor rebounder. Oh man, he like Magic Johnson point guard. Well, all the turnovers per game. We call him the turnover king. What, 3.5? What do you have? 3.5 turnovers per game and 7 assists. Can't shoot the three. Can't shoot the mid range. Ain't got no post game. Can't shoot the free throws. So, I really. And what gets me, this guy's career is over. It's over, and they're still promoting this guy. This is how bad the NBA is. You're not promoting the next guy. Like, salute, man. You had a, that's what you do to all-time greats. Salute, you had a good career. Let's promote, this guy coming up. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not about that. No, we keep promoting this guy. Like, who cares? And then his son, who should even be in college playing basketball, is now in the NBA on the Lakers, and we're talking about these two. These two. This is what Draymond Green is talking about. These two are unstoppable. Everybody had to make all these trades to stop these guys. LeBron, who barely made the play in. Really? That's what I'm trying to tell you. I just don't get it. More and more people are running away from the NBA. They're running away because these guys keep saying this stupid stuff. They won't go out and play basketball. They want to compete more on a podcast than an actual game. And that's what I'm saying. These guys are making all this money on the side, almost like they're not really getting paid this money. There's no way I would waste my time on no damn podcast and all this dumb stuff if I'm getting paid $100 million contract or more. I'm investing in my business. I'm taking care of my personal life. What am I going to do sitting down on a podcast? Rasheed Wallace is broke. He don't have no money. He don't have no money. Why would I waste my time doing that stuff? You guys think that, oh, these guys, man, they just on a podcast saying something. No, man, these guys is on that podcast, cut, edit, if it ain't live. And most of them ain't live. These dudes is reading from a script. Why would you destroy your own game? It don't make no sense. It seems like they're on these podcasts or whatever saying this dumb stuff just to make money because they know they're not really making the money we've been told. You would think that you would do everything to help this league because the league is paying you. You would think you would help do everything in your power to make this league great for the next players coming up. These guys are destroying the league. Nobody's worried about Bronny and LeBron. LeBron's career is over. Bronny shouldn't even have a career in the NBA. He didn't even have a career in college. Goodness. So let's talk about Julius Randle and Anthony Carl Towns. And we'll talk about this KD thing in a minute. Because KD, he explains why he believes Kobe was better than MJ, and he wasn't. The thing is, you had FYS Sports. What he did, he just doctored up some stuff. He just doctored up some stuff. That's all he did. Kobe Bryant could never be better than Michael Jordan. It's different eras too. In the 2000s, Michael Jordan would score 40 points a game. Not just in the 2010s, but yeah, the Karl Anthony Towns and the Julius Randle trade, to me, they wanted to get Cat away. So the next Michael Jordan, Anthony Edwards, could get more shots, could score more points. That's all that is. Because Karl Anthony Towns, he really has no business on the perimeter. He's a 7-footer, but a lot of guys in this era have no business on the perimeter. But this is the game these guys want to play, because they're not men. They can't play positional basketball. They don't want to bang. They don't want to get rebounds against real power forwards, real centers. They don't want to. They just change the game. So yeah, to me, I think they want to try to push Anthony Edwards into the stratosphere of Michael Jordan, because he's going into a year next year where we talk about Michael Jordan, and this year I think he averaged 37 points per game. No, at the same age. It ain't years, because I think Anthony Edwards came in a little bit earlier. Michael Jordan came in his after his third season in college, and they want to do the age thing. But I think with Michael Jordan, what was he, 24 or something like that, when he averaged 37 points per game? So I think they want to get Anthony Edwards points up, and so they can keep doing this Michael Jordan comparison. And I'll talk about that in a minute. We talked about that before. Julius Randle, he won't be able to get the touches. He won't get the touches that Cat got. I just don't think he's going to be the same player, period. I just don't think so. He's not going to be the same player. So he's not going to get that many touches if he don't get hurt, because that's what I think. He's just going to keep getting hurt like he always does, which means Anthony Edwards will get more touches. And Anthony Edwards probably have a breakout season. Maybe he can get up to 35 points per game, right? In this easy era right here, where you can just do layups straight to the basket with no resistance. So they need to get Anthony Edwards up to that top 5 as a top 5 player in the league, because he's not. All the international players are in that top 5 spot, and they really need to get him in there. But like I was telling you before in other videos, to me, this guy would never even smell Michael Jordan's damn shoes. This guy got pushed to the side by a 40-year-old turnover machine, LeBron James, in the Olympics, right? Anthony Edwards didn't save no games, didn't hit no big shots, came off the bench. LeBron benched him. Remember, he was on that old 23 FIBA team, and they got smoked. They didn't even get a medal. And the only way he was going to be on the 24 Olympic team is he had to ride the bench. And he had the nerve to say, "Oh man, everybody gonna have to worry about me. Worry about you. You gonna be on the bench. Nobody cares about no damn bench player. Look at Tatum. He was riding that damn bench." Okay, so this would never happen to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan came out and smoked NBA players in eight straight games. Smoked them, right? In scrimmage games. And this one, no, oh man, they weren't playing hard. Go watch some games. Go watch some games. Dudes getting blocked. Dudes getting dunked on. Everything. Dudes actually played competitive ball back then. It didn't matter if they were scrimmaging, practicing, or what. That's how everything was back in the day. It was competitive. It was competitive. I don't care if it was rap, if it was singing, if it was track and field. Everything in my era was competitive. Dudes didn't just, want to be in some type of field to be in some type of field. When it's not competitive, it looks rigged. Okay? They ain't got to show that same fire and hustle and stuff like that. So yeah, you already know the deal with that. We did many videos on that. Anthony Edwards, you're a bench player. And to me, the only reason why this guy is good, because there's no defense in this era. And most of these guys, the only reason why they're good, is because there's no defense in this era. They had to cut out the defense to make them look good. Look how they won. They barely won this gold medal with a slow-footed Rudy Gobert in a rookie Wemby. You saw that team that the USA had? It was loaded, and they barely won. Wow. I'm trying to tell you. Don't think about how many fake NBA players, international players, were in those Olympic Games. Just ask yourself, is a dream team barely winning against France, against Wemby, who they was just keeping out the whole day. They kept pulling him out. They kept pulling him out in and out the game all first half. I was blown away. This guy is a rookie. This guy is young. But they had LeBron playing damn all game, Steph Curry playing all game, Durant playing all game just about. Like, what? So, again, just ask yourself, ask yourself, is the Dream Team or the Dream Team 2 barely going to win against a slow-footed Rudy Gobert in a rookie Wemby? That ought to tell you the deal. They would have crushed that team. They would have crushed them. The United States would have crushed them. And I've told you guys before, the only reason why these things happen is because we stopped playing American basketball. We started playing international basketball to accommodate these international players because American players no longer want to play American basketball. So when they went internationally, they started getting smoked, right? In the 04 Olympics, 06 FIBA, they started getting smoked. They didn't want to play men's basketball, right? And what is American men's basketball? Well, first is defense. Getting down in the stance, playing defense against the opposition. These guys didn't want to do that no more. Your great players didn't want to do that no more. You don't believe me? Curry, Durant, Kyrie, Booker, who was it? Anthony Edwards, Joker, Luka. If I'm not mistaken, it's probably some more. If I say Curry, right? None of these guys never made a defensive team. Not one defensive team. How's that possible? And LeBron hasn't made one since 14. It's 10 years. In this soft, weak era, right? All you have to do is give some type of effort, and you're making a defensive team. Those guys never made a defensive team. Never. And I'm not trying to say all the great players of the 80s and 90s made a defensive team. But you could see that they were given an effort. But it's too many of the great players of this era that haven't made a defensive team versus the guys in the past. So again, LeBron James. I like how they try to sneak this guy in with the all-time great sports athletes of all time, right? Your Willie Mazes and we'll get back to that subject in a minute, but I want to talk about what Rasheed Wallace had to say. And I don't know why he's trying to bang on Michael Jordan so much because, like Sports and Fitness Rant said, I think he said this, or it might have been Too Raw. He might have said this. One of them said this. I forget which one said it. That Rasheed Wallace is an alum or was a star player at North Carolina. Why would he bang on Michael Jordan? Why would he talk about Michael Jordan like that? Because Michael Jordan is a cash cow to people getting paid. That's it. We talked about this before. Once LeBron retires, it will be, I don't know who they're going to talk about, but they're going to talk about somebody compared to Michael Jordan. That's how it's always going to be. Because Michael Jordan is the bar. And we talked about this before. It was a bar set for him that was way the hell up here. From Russell to Wilt to Kareem to Magic to Bird to Julius Erving to Moses Malone, all these guys that came before him, he had to meet that bar or go over it to be great as those guys or greater. It was always a bar set. And these guys always said, man, I want to be better than this guy. I want to be good as this guy or better. So I got to exceed or match what they did. But today, the players don't have to do that. They just have to, oh man, look at these stats. That's it. They don't have to do it in statistical titles. They don't have to do it in championships. It's just look at the stats, because we've already talked about this. These guys can't do what these guys did in the past. On both sides of the court. They can't do it. And win championships at the same time. These guys can't do it. They don't have the drive. They don't have the energy. They don't have the muscle. I ain't talking about physical muscle, but they don't have what these guys had. And they don't have to, because the game is travel, carry. They don't have the same rules. They can do what they want to do. They don't have to play positional basketball. And this is what Rasheed Wallace, what he should be talking about, right? He should be talking about this. But he don't want to talk about this. All they want to talk about is the same thing they've been talking. And it gets old, man. It's like these guys, you don't want to come up with something new. You saying the same stuff about Pippen, about Jordan, the 1-9 bullcrap. These dudes are saying the same stuff every single year. Like these, it reminds me of these Facebook group pages, right? You go on there and they're saying the same stuff. So Rasheed Wallace is saying that Scottie Pippen was just a better player than Michael Jordan defensively and all this. Like, what does all this mean? And if he became a great defensive player, how do you think he got that? He was not a great defensive player his first year, bench player, second year, or third year. He just wasn't. It was because of Michael Jordan. You got to remember, every stat that defensively, rebounds, steals, and blocks that Pippen was putting up, Michael Jordan was putting that up in 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93. Michael Jordan putting all that up. And Michael Jordan kind of like slacked back in about after 91, right? Because Mike said, I can't do all this, right? Keep doing all this and keep putting up all these points. So Mike kind of slacked off a little bit on his blocks, rebounds, and steals. Not that they weren't still good, but Pippen kind of took over that, right? As far as, Michael Jordan doing it as much as he did. So this is what this dummy had to say. You've never seen anyone with the footwork Kobe has, the athleticism, the shooting ability, KD said. Being able to shoot the three off the dribble, off the catch and shoot, off the post. You've never seen that many skills in a person outside of Michael Jordan. Kobe explains why he believes Kobe was better than MJ. So if you see on here, he basically said that Michael Jordan was the best at this until Kobe came along, and Kobe became the best at this also, like Michael Jordan. So FYS Sports turns it around. This is what he does. And it says Kobe explains why he believes. KD explains why he believes Kobe was better than MJ. This is the twisted LeBron fan stuff that they do, right? This is what they do. The Gilbert Arenas the Nick Rice. These guys are twisted. And I'll tell you guys, we live in a devil world, and this is what these devil people will do. This is what KD says. He said he never seen this, what Kobe did, besides Michael Jordan. And FYS Sports turns it around and says a whole different other thing. These guys are twisted, evil, devil worshippers to me, because you're liars. You get up every day and let me see how I can lie. These guys are twisted. They probably do satanic rituals before they go to sleep, wake up. These guys are liars. Um, the goal of every sport. So you got Mayweather. Huh? Yeah, right. Muhammad Ali. Um, you got LeBron. We'll talk about that. Tom Brady. Yeah, I gotta give it to Tom. 7-2. He owns all the NFL quarterback records, and it's not even close. Nobody. Mahomes. He might come close to a quarter of those records. Regular season, playoffs, um, in the Super Bowl. Brady owns all the quarterback records, and on top of that, he owns a lot of just NFL records. On top of that, um, who you had? Um, Usain Bolt, um, Serena Williams, Gretzky. I mean, you could say Hal. I mean, can't really argue with that. Michael Phelps, you can't argue with that. Who was this? Tiger Woods. You could say Jack Nicholson, but I mean, if you want to say Tiger Woods and Simone Biles, I mean, you really can't argue with that. You got Willie Mays. Most people say Babe Ruth. Um, Messi. Um, what's this guy's name? Oh my God, I can't remember this guy's name. Was he Colombian? No, Pele. People gonna say Pele, man. He's not better than Pele. And who the hell is this? Saint Pierre. You can say a lot of guys in mixed martial arts. I don't know. But the thing is, why they put a loser up here? Why they put a loser up there? LeBron James. And I'll tell you what, man, they done turn the NBA into a sport of losers. It's not competitive anymore. And you could just throw anybody in there as an all-time great player who don't deserve it. And this is what they do. I mean, they didn't have to put Michael Jordan in there. They could have put, Bill Russell, a winner. They could have put, okay, if you're going to put a loser, you could put Wilt Chamberlain in there because he dominated not just in stats, but in statistical titles. LeBron, y'all talk about his stats, but he ain't dominated in statistical titles. That's stat domination. You want to talk about stat domination? That's stat domination right there. When you got, oh man, yeah, he's 4-6, man. It's just not about championships. Okay, look at Will Chamberlain. He dominated statistically. That's statistically dominant right there. Cut it out. Cut it out. LeBron is something that you guys are looking at Wilt as statistically dominant. Not just with a stat line, a winning stat line of statistical titles. That's what you guys wish LeBron was, because you keep saying his stats, but he doesn't have the statistical titles to show that he was stat dominant. So, you could throw anybody in there. You could throw Magic in there, Kareem in there, a lot of different guys if you didn't want to throw Michael Jordan in there. But to throw LeBron in there, who wasn't stat dominant, and a meltdown loser in the finals, and a loser in the finals, I don't know what to say, guys. The NBA is a dead product. And good luck, man. They're going to keep, all these guys care about is money, because like I said, they're not getting paid that much.